Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to District Seawolf Girls Basketball, Gordon Rushville, and 2015.
Where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Great Plains Communications.
Great Plains Communications values its Nebraska roots. For 4 generations, family-owned Great Plains Communications has provided local service in Nebraska. For more than 100 years, our have lived and worked in the communities we serve. Local service, Nebraska-owned. Great
Communications. Welcome home.
Kim Marlatt and Brian Felker at Physical Therapy West in Gordon have over 30 years of combined experience in providing physical therapy and sports medicine services. Contact PT West for care following injury, sprains, fractures, or treatment of joint, muscle, and back pain. PT West provides individualized rehabilitation following joint. Don't pain and get back to the activities you enjoy. Call PT West at 308-282 with questions at 100 South Main in Gordon.
New Holland has equipped farmers with the right technology for over a century and continues to provide smart innovations like our exclusive corn rower attachment for our CR Series Combine. We make certain you have all the tools to grow your bottom line while improving efficiency and productivity, allowing you to work smarter in order to spend more time with the ones you love. That's New Holland Smart. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
Hi, I'm Clint Anderson, and I hope you enjoyed today's game. Wherever we're broadcasting from, you can bet that I got there in a Ford vehicle from Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. I've been a Sides and Milburn customer for over 20 years, and I can't imagine going anywhere else to buy or trade vehicles. I may be able to find a cheaper vehicle somewhere else, but the hometown service I get at Sides and Milburn Ford is worth way more than a trip to Rapid City or Denver. I hope you enjoyed today's game. And when you're ready to trade vehicles, stop in and see the good folks at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. Well, we are just under 10 minutes away from the opening tip of today's game. C1-12 sub-district action between the 4th-seeded Gordon Rushville Mustangs and the 5th-seeded Longhorns of Chase County. So very glad to have you along with us. Let's take a quick look at today's matchup. First, let's look at what the sub-district bracket looks like. As you can see, Gordon Rushville, the 4-seed, Chase County, the 5-seed. The winner of this game tonight returns tomorrow afternoon at 5 o'clock, and they'll take on the top-seeded Mitchell Tigers. On the other side of the bracket, number 2 seed Chadron and number 3 seed Ogallala play tomorrow night at 6:30 in the other sub-district semifinal. Let's take a look at the matchup of tonight's game. A little bit of a stat comparison here. Mustangs like to get out and get up and down the floor. They average 52 points per game to Chase County's 40. Field goal percentage, very similar. Mustangs shoot just a tick better at 37 to 34%. Three-point field goal, basically a dead heat, as both of them right at 24-25%. Mustangs put up a few more shots per game as they like that up-tempo offense, so they get a few more chances at the basket. Free throw percentages, again, very, very close. Free throw attempts, the Mustangs a little more aggressive to the basket. They shoot about 17 to 11, 6 more free throws on average per game this season. Mustangs with a big advantage, though, when you start looking at rebounds per game and steals per game. So on the defensive end and on the boards, the Mustangs would look to have a bit of an advantage here this evening. As we compare the season records for these two teams, though, very, very even. The Mustangs come in at 13-8. And the Longhorns come in at 13 wins and 10 losses. This Longhorn team, though, that 13-10 record is somewhat deceiving because they started out the season only 3 for their first 11 games, but after a 6-game losing streak through their conference tournament, they have got hot, and they've done it at the right time. They have won 10 of their last 12 games, including one of those wins against North Platte St. Pat's, who is 20-3 on the season. They've also beaten Class B Sydney, who is a 15-7 team in Class B. And so this Longhorn team playing some very, very good basketball down the stretch, and they will be a handful for the Mustangs here this evening. On the other side, as we take a look at the Mustangs, they have the full complement of players for the first time since we were here in Alliance for the Alliance Holiday Tournament in late December. Since that time, they've had 1, 2, and sometimes 3 players, key contributors no less, that have been either injured or unavailable. And so this will be the first time since late December that the Mustangs have everybody back. Against Bridgeport, that the Mustangs lost Keeley weeks. Injured a knee, and she was out for a couple of weeks. As soon as she came back, taking her providing quality minutes, she is available if the Mustangs need her. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for these two teams. First, for the Chase County Longhorns, they're starting 5 tonight. Number 11, 5 per game. Wallene is a 5'5" senior. Number 30 is Paige Spady. She is a 5'10" senior. She averages 6'4" rebounds per game. And number 34, McKenna Ketter, is a 5'10" senior. She averages 7 points and 6 rebounds per game. The Mustangs come into tonight's game at 13-8, and their starting 5 looks very, very familiar. Number 11, Haley Saar, is a 5'7" senior. She averages per game. Number 12 is Denny Jacobson. She is a 5'9" senior, averaging 4 points and 8 rebounds per contest. Number 13, Joe, 5'7", leads this team in scoring with 17 points. She also adds 6 rebounds per game. Number 21, Ashton Sassy, the 5'8" junior. Glad in late in the first half of Friday night's game against the Bridgeport Bulldogs, but she is fine and back in the light. Number 22 rounds out the starting 5 for the Mustangs. Carly Hinn is a 5'11" sophomore. She averages 6 points and she pulls down 8 rebounds per game. That is the matchup for today's game and the starting lineups. Just about 3.5 minutes to the start of today's basketball action. Glad to have you along with us here on Sheridan County Journal-Star.net coverage of Mustang Basketball 2015. Make sure to say thank you to sponsors of today's action. They make it possible for us to be down here bringing this action to you today. Essence, the First National Bank of Gordon, Share Real Estate, Strong Insurance, and of course, the Sheridan County Journal-Star. We'll step aside and be back with the introductions of the starting lineups in just a minute here on Sheridan County Journal-Star.net coverage of Mustang 15. Follower to tweet where you're watching from and who you're watching with. Include the handle at SC Journal Star, and our filter will pick it up and we'll play those tweets on the ticker during halftime of today's game. So get those tweets going now. We'd love to see who all is watching and where you're watching from. We are just about ready for the introductions of the starting lineups. For the introductions of the starting lineup and the national anthem. If this is a copyrighted national anthem, we will have to mute that, and we apologize, but we will be back with you shortly.
Nebraska School Activities Association would like to pass physical activities. Closing players with please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem by Aiden Mack. Assistant. 5-foot sophomore, number 11. That's the Rugby. 5'7" sophomore, number 20. Taylor McNair. 5'5" senior, number 23. Kevin Wallin. 5'10" senior, number 30. Nate Spady. And 5'10" senior, number 34. McKenna Cutter. And now, for Gordon Rushville, Randy Hilbert, assistant Randy Anderson. 5'6" senior, number 11. Kelly Starr. 5'9" senior, number 12. Logan Jacobson. 5'7" sophomore, number 13. Jessica Perez. 5'7" junior, number 21. Ashton Sassy. 5'7" sophomore, number 23. Charlie Henn. Gordon Rushville will be home on the scoreboard. Marwick. 5 o'clock.
From Alliance. And here's a quick steal by Perez. Early going of the first quarter. Caught me doing just a little bit of minor housework as with this game underway. Mustangs go to work against this Chase County defense, and there's another takeaway by the Longhorns. 7:30 to go, no score here from Alliance. Here's a jumper. That one won't go from the base by Carly Hinn. Quickly head to Haley Sarr. Haley loses the handle. That's taken away by the Longhorns. And that's McKenna Longhorns. Into good. That's McKenna Ketter. And she puts the Longhorns on top. I'm Clint Anderson along with camera person Gracie Perez here this evening as we've got a foul called on the Longhorns. Glad to have you along with us on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net coverage of Mustang basketball 2015. That's the first foul on Paige Spady. Horns in Mustangs like to run. There's a good pass down low. Denny Jacobson can't get the shot to fall, but she's fouled, and Denny Jacobson heads to the free throw line with 6:38 to go here in the first quarter. Denny battling bronchitis on Saturday night. Didn't play the normal number of minutes that she expects to play, but she is at full strength here tonight, as is Ashton Sassy, who now comes out of the Campbell. Jacobs falls in. 6:30. A crowd by Denny Jacobson. Kenna Campbell brings it up the floor, and she'll set the offense for the Mustangs to go in the first quarter. Josie Perez in the corner for Sard. Good look inside for Carly Hinn. Can't. 6 minutes to go. Perez, but she stepped on the sideline. She had the steal. 5:58 to go. 2-1 Chase County early going of the first quarter. This is Ketter. Inside, now McNair up top, for Renke. Her shot wildly misses, and it's pulled down by Spady. Spady now will reset the offense. Spady on the wing for Renke. Renke back across to Spady on the right wing. It off to Wallene. Wallene misses again badly. Renke with the rebound, the putback. That one's short off the front of the rim. And so the Longhorns out-rebounding the Mustangs here in the early shot. Short rebound. Renke for that one. And finally, the Mustangs end the possession. Quickly across to Josie Perez down the floor. She's going to be fouled as she's driving to the hoop. They're going to say the foul was on the floor. They're going to give that foul to Taylon McNair, and that is her first, third team foul of the game on the Longhorns. 5:16 to go in the first quarter. And then, and that will be her first foul of the game. Now Keely Campbell checks in for. She comes in and she'll take the place of Carly Hinn. Longhorns with a pair of 10 distinct advantage on the rebounding so far, even though the Mustangs have out-rebounded the Longhorns stat-wise throughout the season. They go underneath. Good look for McNair. Taylon McNair with two more, and it's 4-1. 4:48 to go in the first quarter. Kenna Campbell sets it up. Cross court, Denny Jacobson avoids the pressure. Up and good. Denny Jacobson with all three Mustang points. It's a 4-3 game with 5 to go in the first quarter. Into the corner for Spady. Spady into the paint. That's Ketter. Ketter loses it. Ball loose on the floor. Tie up. And it'll be Longhorn basketball. Now we've got a new Longhorn coming into the game. This is Caden Milner. She'll take the place of Wallene. So in the corner for McNair. Shot won't go. Rebounded by Kenna Campbell. Mustang's going to run. Kenna down the floor. Gets it ahead to Haley Sard. Tips it out of bounds. And they'll turn it back over to the Longhorns. Mustangs like to get up and down on the floor and score points in transition. That time couldn't quite make the connection, and they give it back. 4-3. Chase County with the lead with 4:10 to go in the first quarter. They go out. Is good. She's had that look open several times tonight. Finally connects and makes it a 7-3 game with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Has to try to get it inside to Jacobson, and that's tipped out of bounds. So this is a very quick, very active 1-3-1 zone defense that the Longhorns are playing, and they're making it hard for the Mustangs to get anything going. As Denny Jacobson heads to the bench, Carly Hinn comes back in. Hinn takes the inbound pass. Now back into the corner. Haley Sar for three. She's fouled, and Haley will have 3 free throws coming up here. This foul too, that is Page quarter. And in for Haley Sar. And now Josie Peterson going to come in as Spady has to take a seat on the bench with those 2 fouls. So Haley Sar with 1 more. Score is 7-4. Make that 7-5. Back to a 2-point game with 3:52 to go in the first. This is now they'll skip it across to McNair. McNair now back up to Peterson. Peterson to Renke. Renke drives, has it nearly taken away. For McNair, she loses it out of bounds. Mustang basketball with 3:33 to go in the first quarter. 2-point Longhorn advantage with 3.5 to go in the first. In the corner for Perez. Up for Campbell, has it taken away. So this 1-3-1 zone out of there. And so the Mustangs get one back here. Sar works against Peterson. Campbell across to Sar, spots up for 3. That one's off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Peterson. Peterson now going to have it taken away. That's Josie Perez. Ill-advised pass that time by Peterson, and we got a timeout on the floor called by the Mustangs. 2:54 to go, first quarter. Mustangs trail this one 7-5. Essence provides beautiful, fresh-cut flower arrangements for that's Essence. And the First National Bank of celebrating 25 years of made. So 2:54 to go here first quarter, and the Chase County Longhorns on top 7-5. 4 team fouls for Chase County and just 1 for the Mustangs. Again, we apologize. This is one of the tougher places to film from as we're stuck down on the end. As there's a three-pointer by Kenna Campbell, in and out. Rebound. And the Mustangs are tied at 7 with the Longhorns with 2:35 to go in the first quarter. So a good result off of the timeout by the Mustangs. Peterson goes high post. Now back outside. And that one's kicked out of there as Milner tried to make the pass across. Haley Saar got a foot in the way of it. So both of these teams like it's run well. It is a devastatingly effective defense, but it is extremely difficult to run. But both of these teams like that defense. They go hot, is short, and rebound comes out of it. And this time, it's Renke, and Renke connects for 3 points, and it's now a 10-2-0-5. First quarter action here from Alliance. Corner for cross court, has it taken away by Ketter, gets it to McNair. They're going to run. McNair in. Now she'll pull it back out in the corner. This is Milner. Milner trapped and has it taken away by Kenna Campbell. Quickly out to Haley Saar. Haley nearly has it taken. She had Ashton to the quite get it to her. It's taken away. And with 1:25 to go in the first quarter, Chase County leads it by 3 at 10-7. They leave it outside for Milner, and she can't handle the pass. It's out of bounds. Mustang basketball. And now Keely Campbell and Ashton Sassy head to the bench as Carly Hinn and I believe that's Denny Jacobson. Mustangs trail. Drives to the wing. Leaves it out there for Josie Perez. Across to Kenna Campbell. Thought about that long three and passed it up. Now Haley Saar skips it across to Perez. Puts it on the floor. Drives baseline. Contact and another second. Josie with an aggressive move to the basket. Lowered the shoulder to try and make herself some room, and she's called for the offensive foul. Ashton Sassy will come in. Josie has to take a seat, and that's significant as Josie Perez, the Mustangs' leading scorer. She scores 17 per game for this Mustang squad, and they'll have to find somebody to fill the gap here with her out of the. Denny Jacobson comes away with it. She'll get it to Kenna Campbell, and under a minute to go, the Mustangs back to work. Across to Kenna Campbell. Kenna on the right wing. Now back. Saar tried to tip around, but it comes down to Denny Jacobson. Her shot won't go. Carly Hinn with the rebound and the putback. And then Denny Jacobson going to be called for the foul for coming over the back. 35.7 seconds left to go first quarter. 10 drives to the high post. Kicks it out for McNair. Three-pointer on the way. That's no good. Is correct. Kuhlman tied up by Campbell, and then it's lost out of bounds by Milner. Milner couldn't handle it, and the Mustangs get it back. So both teams turning the ball over at a pretty rapid rate. 3 seconds to go here in the half. Carly Hinn, half-court shot. She had another dribble left in it, but misses the shot from half court. And so at the end of one, Chase County
cheer for your team and be there for all of the excitement. For championship ticket information, Nebraska School Association's website.
Whether you're looking to buy no further, share real estate. Call Barb today at 282-1516 or stop by 300 South Gordon. And family owned since 1930. 32. Strong Insurance is your independent insurance company offering all forms of insurance. Stop in 24 North Main 10 to 7. Out of bounds. And we got a foul call on the Longhorns. Into the corner for Saar. Back up top for Sassy. Sassy, high post, now on the wing for Kenna Campbell. Across to Sassy. Sassy on that left wing. Into the corner for Haley Saar. Can't handle the bounce. And this is some outstanding defensive pressure by these Longhorns as they must get any going. They've got hands and arms in the passing lanes as here they go high post. Spady back into the game. In the corner, this is Wallene. Now high post for Spady. Her shot in and out, no good, but there's a rebound and the putback that won't go. Carly Hinn retrieves the rebound for the Mustangs, and they've got the basketball with 7:08 to go in the second quarter. Pull-up jumper by Haley Saar. That's off glass and won't go. Collision there as Sassy comes away with the rebound. Inside for Hinn. Back out to Sassy for three. That one's short and going to be out of bounds. It'll be Chase County basketball with 6:51 to go in the second quarter. So this is Renke on the wing for Wallene. Falls out. Good. And a foul on the Longhorns. I think they're going to get Ketter for her second foul. It is Ketter, and it is her second foul. And so 2 under the basket, and they'll turn it over. Still 10 to 7. No scoring here in the second quarter. Spady in the corner for Milner. Back up to Spady. Spady drives in and across to Renke. Her shot is in and out and rebounded by Hinn. Mustangs want to run. Here comes get down there for that defense. Thwarted again as that one is high for Carly Hinn, but somehow retrieved by Kenna Campbell, and there's Haley Saar to gather in the long pass, and the Mustangs maintain the possession. Haley Saar draws the blocking foul, and Haley will head to the free throw line here. The foul to Paige. That is her third, and that is a big development here. Add 4 rebounds per game, and this is a very balanced scoring team in the Longhorns. Nobody scores a whole bunch. But Haley Saar now with a 1-on-1 opportunity. The first one is good, makes it 10 to 8, 5:43 to go. So 3 fouls on Spady now. Second free throw is also good by Haley Saar. 1 point game at 10 to 9, 5:40 to go in the second quarter. Pass off the fingertips and out as Josie Peterson couldn't handle that pass, and they'll turn it over. Mustangs with a chance to get in the lead here. They've never led in this game. Was tied at 0 and tied at 7. They now trail it 10 to 9, and there's a takeaway. Caden Milner down the floor. Milner up and the layup won't go. Rebounded by Ashton Sassy. Ashton ahead to Haley Saar. Saar traveled with it. Saar trying to make that quick cutback. And in the process, one too many steps. 5:22 to go, second quarter, close game. Defensive battle, 10 to 9. Chase County Longhorns lead it by 1. This is to go inside now. They'll up for Peterson. Penetrates. Back to McNair, just inside the three-point line. That one's short and rebounded by Denny Jacobson. She'll get it to Kenna Campbell, and the Mustangs go back to work with just under 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. In the corner for Haley Saar. Puts it on the floor, off of a foot. Ball loose on the floor, and we've got Josie Perez back in there for the Mustangs. 4:45 to go. Mustangs trail by 1. In the corner for McNair. McNair drives in nearly traveled with it. Now it's kicked out of bounds. That's Renke who couldn't handle it. And so defensive pressure by both teams. That coverage of Mustang basketball 2015. It's Gordon Rushville 10 and Chase County 9.
When it comes to your land, range of options to fit your needs. Flood-free conditioning and versatility. Smart means putting more hay in the bale and leaving less in the field. It also means providing.
I misspoke as we went to commercial. It's Chase County 10 and Gordon Rushville 9. It's a 1-point Longhorn lead. And interesting to note that the Mustangs have only 2 field goals in this game. The Chase County Longhorns have 4. They've not shot a free throw. The Mustangs have made their hay from the free throw line. County leads it by 1 at 10-9. Kenna Campbell leaves it for Haley Sarr, and they're going to say that Haley traveled with it again. So Mustangs having some trouble with the unforced errors here as we get towards the middle part of the second quarter. They turn it over again, and here comes Renke up the floor and sets the offense for Chase County. That one's tipped by Josie Perez, taken away, but now Renke gets it back. Renke, Peterson, three-pointer from the wing, short off the front of the rim. Battle for the rebound. I think we're going to have a tie-up called. That'll be Mustang basketball. 4:11 to go now in the second quarter, 10-9. In that the Longhorns only scored about 40 points per game, and they've obviously done it by playing outstanding defense. Away out of bounds, and it's going to be off of the Mustangs. It'll go back over to Chase County. 3:57 to go, second quarter. Mustangs still trailing by 1. Renke on the wing for Milner. Across to Renke, now into the corner for Peterson, or on the wing. Peterson back up to Renke. Renke to Peterson, just inside the three-point line. Her shot up and no good. And there's Josie Perez winning that battle for the rebound. Perez quickly ahead to contact. Get it ahead. Got us a heck of a good ball game here, folks. 3:21 to go in the second quarter. 1-point game, 10-9. A classic defensive battle between these two teams. Very, very leaves it for me. They're going to Perez and along with Keely Campbell. Josie Perez has to head to the bench with the quick outlet. Good. Haley Sarr with her first bucket of the game, and the Mustangs with their first lead of the game at 11-10. Here's a shot and a drive all the way in. Carly Hinn again with the rebound, quickly out to Haley Sarr. She accelerates to the basket, lays it up, and good. 2 more for Haley in the second quarter. Hot up and good. That is Wallin with the tough shot. Pulls them back within 1 at 13-12. 2.5 to go. Mustangs lead it by 1. Kenna Campbell in the corner for Campbell. Top on the wing for Sarr. Sarr drives in. And now Milner down the floor. Up and good. And back into the lead. 14-13. 2 minutes left to go before the half. Back and forth basketball action. Sarr keeps the dribble alive. Sarr skips it across. She kicks it out. Three-pointer by Ashton Sassy and out. And that's rebounded by Chase County. Here comes McNair. McNair now going to stop out on the wing for Renke. Off no good. Rebound Sassy quickly out. And Haley will have free throw. Go. Mustangs trail it 14-13. First free throw is no good. Carly Hinn, rebound, put back. Carly Hinn's got 4, and the Mustangs back in front, 15-14. 1:20 to go in the second quarter. Peterson across to McNair from the elbow. Haley Sarr behind everybody again, and Haley's got 2 more. 17-14, back to a 3-point lead with 1:04 to go, and a timeout called by Chase County. Chase County 14. The good folks at Gordon True Value can get you fixed up with just about anything you might need. Whether you're looking to winterize it or defrost it, Buck and the crew can get you fixed up. Stop in at True Value in downtown Gordon. And Agent Bob Alcorn of State Farm Insurance is proud to support the Mustangs. State Farm specializes in farm and ranch insurance. Stop in at 127 North Main Street in Gordon. 1:04 left to go in the first half. Mustangs lead this one by 3, 17-14. Defensive game. Here's Kuhlman. Leaves it for Peterson. Peterson, high post for, and we got a foul. That's Emma Bowerly into the game, and we got a foul called on the Mustangs. And I believe that's Carly Hinn. It is, and that's Carly's. That will put Emma Bowerly at the free throw line. First free throw is good. And she's got one more coming. Emma Bowerly, the 5'4" senior, and she makes them both. 17-16, Mustangs by 1 with 50 seconds left to go. Ashton Sassy crosses the timeline. The Mustangs set the offense. Kenna Campbell works against Kuhlman on the wing for Saar. Skip pass all the way across to Sassy and in the corner for Hinn. Now back to Sassy. They go inside for Denny Jacobson, and a foul's going to be called on the Longhorns. A little too aggressive that time on the defense, denying the entry pass. They'll give that foul. That is Emma Bowerly. It put 1-1. Free throw is the lead. Back to across to McNair. In the corner for Kuhlman. Now to McNair. Leaves it for Bowerly in the paint. That shot too strong. And it's Ashton Sassy coming out of there with it. Mustangs with 20 seconds. Ahead to Kenna Campbell. 15 seconds now in the corner for Haley Saar. Saar drives in, pull-up jumper, off glass and good. Haley Saar with 2 more. Big first half for her. Under 10 to go, and the Mustangs with their biggest lead of the game at 21-16. Mustangs putting some full court pressure on. McNair with the three-pointer at the buzzer won't go. The Mustangs have come back. They trailed by 3 at the end of the first. They now lead it 21-16 as we head to the half here on Sheridan County Journal.
Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville is your Sheridan County Ford dealer. They have an excellent service department that works on all makes and models. So why would you drive hours to buy a car from someone you will never see again when you can do business locally with a dealer who will stand behind their product and has the service department to back it up? Sides and Milburn Ford will help you find the right vehicle, and they will do it with the person Milburn Ford in Rushville. They're the people you can trust.
Has equipped us with the right technology for over a century and continues to provide smart innovations like our exclusive corn rower attachment for our CR Series Combine. We make certain the tools to grow your bottom line while improving efficiency and productivity, allowing you to work smarter in order to spend more time with the ones you love. Smart. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
Kim Marlatt and Brian Felker at Physical Therapy West in Gordon have over 30 years of combined experience in providing physical therapy and sports medicine services. Contact PT West for care following injury, sprains, fractures, or treatment of joint, muscle, and back pain. PT West provides individualized rehabilitation following joint replacement, surgery, or stroke. Don't suffer, don't live with pain, and get back to the activities you enjoy. Call PT West at 308-282-0203 or stop by with questions at 100 South Main in Gordon.
Great Plains Communication.
ECTV now TV on Channel 2.
All of the excitement. For championship ticket information, visit the Nebraska School Activities Association's website.
So we are at halftime in this C1-12 sub-district first-round matchup. It's the Gordon Rushville Mustangs time scoring totals. Denny Jacobson with 5 points and Carly Hinn with 4. The Mustangs shooting 7 of 9 from the free throw line in the first half. For the Chase County Longhorns, it's Taylon McNair with 5 points, Emma Bowerly with 2, and the Longhorns 2 for 2 from the free throw line. We're going to take just a minute and do just a bit of housekeeping here. You may experience a brief disruption, but we will be back, I assure you, in just So still time to get those tweets in. Make sure you mention at SC Journal Star and pick your tweet up and put it on. We got a good viewing audience along with us. And let us know. You're watching from. Message for your favorite team. Just under 4 minutes left to go before the start of the third quarter. Gordon Rushville must by 5, 21-16. Like to remind you that if you're not a subscriber to the Sheridan County Journal Star, get all the news that is news in Sheridan County. And if you sign up for the online edition, you can get that news before anybody, paper for any place, anytime at your fingertips. Check it out at SheridanCountyJournalStar.net/subscriptions. Look at that sub-district bracket. Gordon Rushville and Chase County, the winner of tonight's game, moves on, and they will face the top-seeded Mitchell Tigers tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. In the other semifinal game in the bracket, number 2 Chadron and number 3 Ogallala, and that should be a good one. As you look at the records of these teams, and the records on your screen don't accurately reflect the final 2 games of the season. All 5 of these teams are outstanding, very competitive, one of the toughest sub-districts anywhere in the state, and 5 teams that any one of them on any given night that can win the ball game. And so this is a very, very interesting sub-district, and we've got a great game here this back and 16. They outscored the Longhorns 14-6 in that second quarter. Let's take a look at some fouls. Then that's something we didn't do earlier. Both teams with a player with 3 fouls. For the Mustangs, Josie Perez has 3. Denny Jacobson with 1 and Carly Hinn with 1. And for the Longhorns, it's Paige Spady with 3, McKenna Ketter with 2, McNair, Peterson, and Milner each with. We are half. And the Longhorns have the back. They kick it out to Spady. Now around. And a three-pointer up. That won't go by Renke. Offensive rebound. The putback. That won't go. And another one that won't go. And the Mustangs finally going to corral the rebound. They'll get it to Denny Jacobson and ahead to Josie Perez. 7:30 to go in the third quarter. Across to Sassy. She tries to go inside for Carly Hinn, but it's tipped out of bounds. That's Ketter getting a paw on it and slapping it out of bounds, but it'll 24 to go. And here's a steal by on the inbounds. And Spady, she gives Paige Spady took that steal on the inbounds and then carried the basketball as she was headed in for a layup. So they'll get it into Haley Saar. 7:20 to go. Saar goes to work against Spady, and there's another steal. It's Ketter again. Here comes Ketter down the floor. Shot up and stripped out of there by Haley. Spady over the top, finds McNair. Spots up for 3. That one won't go, and there's a foul. That's going to be McKenna Ketter's third foul. And so now a pair of Longhorns with 3 fouls. Ketter and Spady each in danger. And another dangerous pass as the Longhorns getting very, very aggressive on defense. There's Spady. They make it very difficult to move that basketball around the floor as they long arms and legs, and they've always got an arm in a passing lane. And they've made life difficult for the Mustangs here so far this evening. Here's Perez on the wing in the corner for Hinn. Back to Perez on the give and go, and a blocking foul called, and Perez will head to the free throw line. And that is the 4th foul on McKenna Ketter. Josie Perez heads to the free throw. Perez leads this team in scoring with 17 a game. She hasn't scored yet tonight. Misses the first free throw, and Ketter has to leave the game. She's replaced by Milner. So Ketter at 5'10", replaced by the 5'5" Milner. As there's the first point of the game for Josie Perez. Makes it a 22-16 game. 6-point lead, the biggest of the game for the Mustangs with 6:45 to go in the third quarter. And just realized we didn't update the scoreboard to indicate that we are in the third quarter, but that's where we're at. That one's out by Carly Hinn. 2 on. Haley Saar up and rolls off, no good, and it's rebounded by Spady. Spady finds McNair into the corner. That is Renke. Renke, a little runner in that one. All in. She's got points. In the corner for quickly Walleen, and that'll be her first. .6:05 to go, 22-18. Mustangs with the ball out of bounds. They get it into Perez. In the corner for Saar. Goes inside for Jacobson, has it slapped away, gets it back out to Haley Saar. Wanted the 3, passed it up, drives in, shot up, and good. Haley Saar having a big game. She's got 14 points, 24-18 with 5:50 to go now. Spady in the corner for Renke. Renke dribbles to the top of the key, and now she'll back it out and reset the offense. Into the corner for McNair. McNair will penetrate in, dish it out to Renke. So the Mustangs being out-rebounded tonight. And there's a basket, an easy basket by Caden Milner. She's got 6, and it's back to a 4-point game. Ashton inside for Hinn, kicks it out for Perez. Up and good. First really good look of the night for Josie Perez. She's got 3, 26-20 with 5:07 to go. We'll update that scoreboard as soon as we get a chance. We are in the third quarter, and we got an offensive foul now called on the clear out, called on McKenna Walleen. That is her second. Ashton Sassy, that's Kenna Campbell coming into the game. They get the ball in. Here's Kenna Campbell. Has to turn around to bring it in safely, but she does. Haley Saar, top of the key, across to Kenna Campbell. Kenna into the corner for Hen. Hen looks inside, now back to Campbell. 4:45 to go. Saar in the corner for Ashton Sassy. Pull-up jumper, that one won't go. And there's Hen with a good rebound. Finds Kenna Campbell, her pull-up jumper won't go. That's out of bounds. That ball off of Spady and out of bounds. Replace Carly Hen. Gives us time to update the scoreboard. 4:30 to go. And now we've got an offensive foul called on Denny Jacobson. Denny Jacobson, he's called for the offensive foul. 4:31 to go. Denny comes out. Carly Hen now quickly back in after about a 5-second rest. 26-20. Mustangs lead it by 6. Under 4.5 to go in the third quarter. McNair drives in. Pull-up jumper. Good. Taylon McNair has 7. Ashton Sassy with Mustang Basketball 2015.
Kim Marlatt and Brian Felker at Physical Therapy West in Gordon have over 30 years of combined experience in providing physical therapy and sports medicine services. And back pain. PT West provides individualized rehabilitation following joint replacement, surgery, or stroke. Don't suffer, don't live with pain, and get back to play. Call PT West at 308-282-0203 or stop by with questions at 100 South Main in Gordon.
So we'll take a quick look at this again. Extremely evenly matched teams as we look at the season statistics. The Mustangs score a few more points per game. You have to take into account the competition these two teams played. But field goal percentage, three-point percentage, free throw percentage, everything very, very close here of these two teams. And you would certainly agree with that with the result here on the scoreboard to this point. 4:13 to go in the third quarter. It's just a 4-point game, 26-22. Very low-scoring affair. Haley Saar thought about the three. Skip pass all the way across to Sassy. Into Hen. Back out to Sassy. Quickly around the horn. They reverse it. Haley Saar lost the hand. Come the Longhorns. This is Renke. Down the floor. Lays it up. And good. Renke now with 5, and the lead is cut to 2 at 26. The bullet there. And this is an outstanding active defense by the Chase County Longhorns. Both of these teams have run that 1-3-1 zone defense the whole game. Both of them very good at it. Chase County gets those hands in the passing lane, and they've tipped a lot of balls and taken a bunch of them away tonight. Hen in the corner. Off to Spady. Spady up the floor. Spady in, layup, and good, and we are tied. Paige Spady with her first 2 of the game, and the 6-point lead that the Mustangs had is now gone. 3:15 left to go in the third quarter. We are tied at 26. Kenna Campbell between the circles, works to the right side. Now across to Sassy. Up top for Haley Saar. Saar picks up her dribble, and now she'll go across to Sassy on the wing. Inside for Keely Campbell, and a foul going to be called on Milner, I believe. That is Milner, and that is her second. 2:57 to go. As Denny Jacobson comes in, Keely Campbell heads out, and Peterson now back into the game for the Longhorns. Saar into Hen in the corner. Around to Kenna Campbell and back to Saar. Back to Campbell on the wing. Kenna sets the offense, drives in, pull-up jumper. That's blocked by Peterson. And here's Milner. Milner all the way in, lays it up. And just like that, the 6-point lead turns into a 2-point deficit as the Longhorns on an 8-0 run here. Ashton Sassy crosses the timeline, hands it off to Haley Saar. Ashton Sassy with a big collision in the game against Bridgeport. Didn't play on Saturday night. She doesn't look like she's quite 100% here. She hit a left elbow really hard as we got a jump ball called. This will be Mustang basketball. Ashton Sassy just a bit more tentative than we usually see her. But the Mustangs have the basketball. 2:14 to go. They trail it 28-26. Over the top to Sassy. Sassy by Renke. Now they go high post to Carly Hinn. She kicks it out to Sassy. Three-pointer on the way. Good! Ashton Sassy. Nothing but the bottom of the net. She gets on the scoreboard for the first time tonight and gives the Mustangs a 1-point lead at 29-28. The first three-pointer the Mustangs have been able to convert on so far here tonight. That one's lost by Bowerly. 5 to go. Third quarter. Mustangs by 1. Kenna Campbell leaves it for Sassy, and that shot is blocked. And then Spady tips it 5. Quickly ahead. Ren up and good. Point lead for Longhorns. 30-29 with 1:25 to go in the third quarter. They go high post for Carly Hinn. Turns, kicks it to Haley Sarr. She drives in, shot up, and lays it more. Haley Sarr with 16 points with 1:10 to go and a Mustang lead at 31-30. Renke into the corner. McNair. High post for Bowerly. Bowerly, double dribble again. That's consecutive turnovers by Mustangs. Lead this one, 31 seconds left. Ashton Sassy gets a break, and Keely Campbell comes back into the game for the Mustangs. Kenna across the timeline. Kenna Campbell to Hinn. Hinn inside for Kenna's foul. They give that foul to Caden Milner. That is her third. To 30. Mustangs led by 6 at one point. It's back to a lead with 1 second. Quarter, 33-30. Peterson out to McNair. McNair drives in into the corner. That is Milner. Milner double dribble again. So the Longhorns now being plagued by some 30 works against Peterson. Sarr across, and that one's taken away again. This is Milner. Milner all the way in, up and good. Caden Milner now. She's got 8 second half points, and it's cut to a 1-point Mustang lead, and we got a traveling call on Haydu. On the loser goes home, and that's the sad reality of it here. And now we've got a foul called on Denny Jacobson. That is her third. However, that is just the second team foul by the Mustangs in the second half. 6 on the Longhorns. And there's a good inbounds play as they find McNair. 7 seconds to go. Haley Sarr all the way in and loses the handle. And now we've got a foul called on Keely Campbell. That is her first, and it turns the ball back over to Chase County with 4 seconds to go in the third quarter. Mustangs going to apply some full court pressure and make them use as much time as they can. Peterson gets it across to McNair. Under 1 to go, and the third quarter comes to an end. It's Chase 34 game. We head to the fourth quarter.
It's here, the new 2015 F-150. The aluminum frame makes this truck 700 pounds lighter. 6 Eco engine and a 6-speed automatic transmission, along with satellite radio, sync, a rear view camera, and remote start. It even has LED cargo box lighting. Stop in and see the new F-150 at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville.
Grocery Mart in Gordon. Of your grocery needs. 8 minutes left to go in regulation. Mustang 33 to 34 to the Chase County Longhorns. 1 quarter of play left to go, and we are underway. Renke takes the inbounds, and they go to work against this Mustang defense. Milner on the wing, in the corner for McNair. Get it in, and Carly Hinn going to be called for the foul. Carly picks up her second. And it will put McKenna Walleen at the free throw line for 2 free throws. Walleen with 2 points so far in the game. 7:49 to go, 4th quarter. First free throw rattles home, and it makes it a 30 lead for Chase County. Walleen up and off the back iron, no good. And rebounded by Josie Perez, and we got a foul. That's going to go against McNair. Taylon McNair with second. And the Mustangs in the 1-on-1 bonus. They'll be shooting free throws the whole 4 from the free throw line. That one falls order. Mustangs get it in quickly as the Longhorns trying to provide some full court pressure. Josie Perez pull-up jumper in and out and falls off. Gets her own rebound, puts it up, and good. Josie Perez has 5. We are tied at 35 with 7:20 to go in the 4th quarter. They kick it out to McNair. Spady, in and out, no good. Rebound comes down to Kenna Campbell. Quickly ahead to Haley Saar. 1-on-1 with Renke. Contact, blocking foul. That'll be Renke's first. Puts Haley Saar at the free throw line for 2 free throws. Haley Saar with 16 points the way for the night. 7:08 to go, and the first free throw is good. Mustangs back in front now, 36-35. Also so good. Outstanding from the free throw line tonight. For 7 from the free throw line, and she gives the Mustangs a 2-point lead with 7 minutes to go. That one's lost out of bounds again by Renke. Renke says, my fault. 6:58 to go. Lead by 2. Josie Perez has it. Drives in, kicks it in the corner for Jacobson. Back up for Kenna Campbell. Kenna across to Perez. Inside for Denny Jacobson. Gives herself some space. Up and good. Denny Jacobson with 7 points. And the Mustang lead back to 4. 6:35 to go. Mustangs providing a little bit of full court pressure themselves now. Renke leaves it for McNair. Up and good. Taylon McNair has 11. 2-point game, 39-37. Haley Saar drives into the paint, off glass, that one won't go. And battle for the rebound, and now we've got a foul on the floor, and which way is this one going to go? And that is Josie Perez. Fans not the least bit happy about that. A scramble for the ball, and Josie picks up her 4th foul. 6:12 to go. Ashton Sassy comes in. Josie heads to the bench. 2-point Mustang lead. And now McKenna Ketter back into the game for Chase County with her 4 fouls. 6:10 to go. They get it ahead to Renke. That's taken away by Denny Jacobson, but then she traveled with it, and she'll give it back to Chase County. Spady to 6:05 to go, 4th quarter. Into the corner for McNair. Back up top. That's Renke. Around for Spady on the wing. Up and good. McKenna Ketter, that's just her 4th point of the game, but it tied Ashton Sass. And there's another takeaway. Spady again with the steal. Up jumper, that one's off the no good. Out of bounds, Mustang basketball. 5:35 to go. We are tied at 39. Raider tonight. Alliance, it's for us as there's a drive by Haley Saar, up and good for 2 more. It done for Mustangs. Puts them back in front, 41-39, with 5:23 left to go in the game. Safe have been with us long. It's been a great season, and if it weren't for them, we couldn't have brought you all this great basketball action. Sponsors are Essence, the First National Bank of Gordon, Share Real Estate, Strong Insurance, Gordon True Value, State Farm Insurance, Grocery Mart, Sides and Milburn Ford, Physical Therapy West, Modern Farm Equipment, Great Plains Communications, and of course the Sheridan County Journal-Star. 5 minutes and 23, 41-39. Mustangs lead it by 2. Chase County with 8 team fouls. Mustangs with just 5. So the Mustangs in the 1-1 bonus the rest of the way. McNair defeats the pressure, but slapped away by Denny Jacobson, corralled by Carly Hinn, and now they'll get it out to Haley Saar. Haley going to run with it. Haley now going to try and pull it back. It's kicked, but it's picked up by Ashton Sassy. Pull-up jumper, that won't go, and tipped out of bounds, and it's Longhorn basketball. 5:01 to go. Mustangs by 2, and they set this full-court pressure again. They get it into McNair. Across to Spady. Spady picks up her dribble, goes across court, and going to be barely kept alive as they find Renke. Renke going to draw the blocking foul on Denny Jacobson, and that is Denny's 4th. 4:50 to go, and Renke heads to the line for 2 free throws. She's got 7 points. These are her first free throws of the game. First one is up. Longhorns 3 for 4 from the free throw line here this afternoon. So in the game, second free throw, 41-40. Kenna Campbell up the floor. Leaves it for Ashton Sassy across to Carly Hinn. Just barely hauled that one in. Ashton Sassy inside for Keely Campbell. Back out to Ashton. Up top for Haley Saar. Swing it around Kenna Campbell. Down low for Carly Hinn. Carly on the floor, kicks it out to Saar. Saar at the top of the key and across to Campbell. Campbell in the corner for Sassy. Wants the 3 and gives it back to Haley Saar. Around to Kenna Campbell. Good patient offense by the Mustangs here. 4:15 to go in the 4th quarter. Campbell inside to Keely Campbell, and a foul going to be called. That will be and so Keely Campbell at the free throw line for the 1-1. And that is the 9th team foul. So the Mustangs from here on out will be in the 2-shot bonus. There's a rebound, a putback by Kenna Campbell. Keely Campbell, the shot, and the foul! Keely Campbell with a chance for the 3-point play makes it 43-40 with 4:09 left to go in the 4th quarter. McKenna happened, but she's certainly in a as she heads. She's on the bench. She was doing there. We are tied at 43. Across to Haley Saar. Saar drives in, and Saar called for traveling again. Something about the way she catches that basketball and takes off that this refereeing crew does not like. They've called that on her at least 3 separate times tonight. 3:50 to go, tied at 43. Renke on the wing for Spady. Spady back across to Renke. And Haley Saar is going to be called for the blocking foul. That'll be Haley's first. Haley with 20 points here this evening. She averages 10 points per game. As now Josie Perez and Denny Jacobson back into the game. Ashton Sassy and Carly Hinn head to the bench. We are tied at 43 with 3:41 to go. Going to come right down to the end here, folks. Glad to have you along with us for some great basketball action. The first by Renke is up, and it is good. she'll earn another free throw. And the second one goes easy. Spady with the block. And now picked up by Renke, coming the other way with 3.5 to go. Renke, Peterson, travel. Mustang basketball, 3:20. McNair back in. Perez back to Haley Saar. Saar nearly loses it. She'll get it back to Perez. Mustangs need to get it across to Kenna Campbell, and they do. Back to Haley Saar, and they set the offense. Into Josie Perez. Kicks it out, Kenna Campbell. Campbell across, taken away. That's Renke. Renke all the way in, lays it up off the side of the backboard, no good, and snatched out of the air by Kenna Campbell. 3 minutes to go. Mustangs trail by 2. Down, good, we're tied. Denny Jacobson with 9, tied at 45 with 2:52 to go. In the corner for Peterson. Back up to Renke, tipped by Perez, but Renke gathers it in. Across to McNair. McNair in the corner for Milner. Milner drives baseline, up and under, and good. And back to a 2-point lead with 2:27 to go. Perez, Josie Perez says, I know what to do with that. She knocks it down for 2 more, and the Mustangs now in the lead, 49-47, 1:44 to go. Spady on the wing, shot up and no good. Peterson with the rebound, that won't go. Milner, rebound, put back, and she now has 12 second half points. Timeout call, 1 to go in the fourth. Essence provides beautiful fresh cut flower arrangements for any. They have celebrates 125 years of locally made decisions and supporting our community. Stop in at 134 North Main Street in Gordon. And whether you're looking to buy or sell, look no further than Barb's Share of Share Real Estate. Call Barb today at 224 North Main Street in Gordon. 1 minute and 31 seconds left in regulation. We are tied and 10 on 1-1 for Chase County as now they go with full court pressure again. Kenna Campbell ahead to Josie Perez. Perez for 2 more, and it's a 2-point Mustang lead, 51-49, 1:15 to go. McNair, head fake, drives in, pull-up jumper, rebound the floor, ahead to Kenna Campbell. Kenna across to Haley Saar, loses it out of bounds. They turn it back over. Mustangs with a 2:4 to go. Longhorns with the basketball. Renke brings it across the timeline. They set the offense. 58 seconds. For McNair, shot up and good. McNair for 2 more, and we are tied with 36.8 seconds left. Tied at 51. Timeout, Chase County. The good folks at Gordon True Value can get you fixed up with just about anything that you might need. Whether you're looking to winterize it or defrost it, Buck and his crew can get you fixed up. Stop in at True Value in downtown Gordon. Agent Bob Alcorn of State Farm Insurance is proud to support the Mustangs. State Farm specializes in farm and ranch insurance. Stop in at support the Gordon Rushville Mustangs. 8 seconds left in this one. We are tied at 51. Mustangs have the basketball. They get it into Josie Perez. Across to Haley Saar. Up and crosses the timeline back out. And the Mustangs set the offense. Under 30 to go. Kenna Campbell to Josie Perez. Back to Kenna Campbell. Across to Haley Saar on the wing. Skip it across to Perez. Perez leaves it out there for James. How back to Josie Perez. No good. Carly Hinn with the rebound, and she is fouled on the putback. Carly Hinn will head to the free throw line for 2 big free throws with 13 seconds left to go. She'll have 2 chances here. Misses the first, and she's got 1 more free throw coming. 30 seconds left to go. 9 seconds to go. Spady, Peterson, shot up, good with 4 seconds left to go. Josie Peterson gives Chase County a 2-point 53 to 51 with 3.5 seconds left to go. Mustangs have some time, 3.5 seconds you can do an awful lot with. Actually, they'll go back and they'll put 3.8 seconds now on the clock. Big shot by Peterson that time. 2 points. Chase County seconds. Baseline of contact. So let's take a final look at the unofficial scoring totals. First for the Mustangs, Haley Saar, the senior, goes out in style. She scored 20 points in her final game as a Mustang. Denny Jacobson, the other senior on this team, the other senior starter, she scores 11. Josie Perez added 9. All 9 of those points came in the second half. Carly Hinn added 4. Ashton Sassy with 3. And Kenna Campbell with 2. The Mustangs finished the game 12 for 20 from the free throw line. Just 5 for 11 in the second half after they went 7 of 9 in the first half. For the Chase County Longhorns and the winning effort, balanced attack as Caden Milner finished with 14, Destiny Renke with 13, and Taylon McNair also with 13. And then McKenna Cutter with 4, McKenna Walleen with 3, Josie Peterson with 2, Paige Spady with 2, and Emma Bowerly also with 2. In the game, the Longhorns went 6 for 8 from the free throw line, 2 for 2 in the first half and 4 for 6 in the second half. And the second half free throw shooting, probably the difference in this game. Hard fought battle from beginning to end. Congratulations to the Chase County Longhorns. They advance to the semifinals to take on the Mitchell Tigers. They win it here today by a final score of 53 to 51. Thanks again for joining us. This is Clint Anderson saying we'll see you on our next broadcast from Sheridan County Journal-Star.net coverage of Mustang Basketball 2015.